Hey, everybody. I'm going to go live a little bit early. Um, about an hour ago, I got a text from Miss Donna. Um, she asked me if I would read the boys' statements. She called them tributes to their father. So I'm going to give it a few minutes. Hey, Doug, because I promised I wouldn't start till 6:15, but um, I do have tissue. I swear, guys, get tissue if you don't have it already. I had a hard time reading it, in my head, let alone reading it out loud. So, um, get yourself some tissue and stuff. Um, be prepared. I am well impressed by the way his boys talked about him. Hey, Monkey King. Um, so, but while we're here, I'm gonna share John the spreadsheet. I did start. Oh wait, I gotta do stuff. Damn it! It's been a while since I've done this stuff, guys. I'm thinking I can just go over there and look at it, and you guys see it too. Hey, Pedro. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Zads. Hey, Seven. Um, I'm gonna go over here. I did close the books, guys. We were like $4 and I don't know 40 cents or something like that. $4.60 off from being 6,400. I just threw it in to make it an even 6,400. You see it right here, $6,400. We took in $6,395 and 40 cents, something like that. I just rounded it up. Um, Matthew and Donna both know how much is coming. And so I have started the process. It's supposed to be in at 11:59 p.m. tonight. So I told Matthew I would send it, zell it over to him tomorrow, and to please confirm both him when he receives it and when Donna receives it from him. So they will let me know. I will get pictures or statements from them saying that it's come in. So I don't know if a lot of you caught what I said at the beginning. I was talking with Miss Donna, checking on her like I always do, and we were talking, and I, I was telling her, you know, she told me she missed John's voice because he was the talker in the family, and she loved to listen to him talk. So I told her I had asked for a couple of clips of videos where he was on them, the ones that we showed on the memorial. So I'd like to send those over to her so she can, see him and hear his voice again. She misses him something fierce. But I was telling her that when John first came into the community, I was telling him, John, you gotta hush, please hush, because he'd constantly keep talking over everybody, and he'd get so mad at me. And then I'd explain to him why, and then he'd go, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll do better next time." And he'd correct himself for the next week, and we'd continue on with teaching him a little bit, streaming a little bit here, a little bit there. And she goes, "Oh yes, John, good talk. Boy, John, good talk." And she put like several exclamation points after it. So if you don't have a tissue, guys, get a tissue. Trust me, you're gonna need it. I think I'll read Matthew's first. It's a little shorter, but Patrick says, "Wow, couldn't even read it in my head without crying." So Yeah. Yeah, when my mom passed away, we had a memorial for her. Family came from everywhere, and her three best friends showed up and everything. And I remember songs. Every one of them would, said that they would play if mom ever passed away. And for some reason, I just remember everything. And so when I got up to talk about mom, my mother was an amazing cook, guys. Oh my god. She could turn jello into a lemon meringue pudding or lemon meringue pie, guys. It was just, she was an amazing cook. She just throws stuff together. You know, she got into catering for a while, and she started doing wedding cakes for people. And, so, as in our family, when once a month, we'd go to grandma and grandpa's, and the whole family came. It was our family thing. And yeah, us younger girls had to sit in there and clean up. We picked up the trash as the older women were cooking, and of course we always got stuck with the damn dishes. Because they didn't have dishwashers back then, especially in trailers. Grandpa tore down the 4-story, so like 16-bedroom house. It was just falling apart, and he said, "They're all grown and gone, Ma. We're getting a trailer." And no, you can't have a washer and dryer. You can go to the laundromat and do it. Grandma was so mad at him. Every week she had to take her damn laundry to the laundromat. So, um, got about 3 more minutes before I'm actually supposed to be live. So I'll give it a few more minutes. But yeah, great. We always had huge meals, and then of course the old folk always sat around the table and told their lumberjack stories, or their trucking stories, or how the neighbor pissed him off and he pulled out his 22 and shot at him. Get out of my damn yard. Grandpa was ornery. Damn it. He was an ornery old fuck. Pardon my French. When he was born, he was just named Jack. No middle name. I don't even think he took on Wilson until he was in his 20s. I don't know. We don't have a whole lot of history on Grandpa, and he wasn't willing to share it. Yeah, I know. I love sitting behind the wall of the kitchen, underneath the bar stools and stuff, listening to him talk. I always loved doing that. I learned so much. Didn't understand a word of it, but I did learn stuff. Anyway, for all you just coming in, hey Deb, how are you? I was talking with Miss Donna a little bit earlier, about an hour and a half ago, and she wanted me to share the tributes from Matthew and Patrick to their dad. And I told her I'd do it right away. So that's what I'm doing. And if anybody wants to go look, the spreadsheet is still open, I believe. Yes. Peter, yes, I believe so. But I will, here, let me drop that link. You guys can go look. If you go way far right, scroll to the right of the prize list, and you'll see I copy and pasted the spreadsheet over there. So it's up, it's there. I rounded it up to $6,400. I'm expecting it in tonight at 11:59, of course, p.m. Barring anything going wrong. And Matthew's going to confirm that he's received it, and then Donna's going to confirm that she's received it from Matthew. So I will take screenshots of those, and I will probably come back up Friday afternoon for just another half hour, a little bit, to show everybody that everything's kosher, everything's on the up and up, and every dime, and then some went to them. So, oh, honey, I'm sorry you got a migraine. Well, get tissue, because trust me, this is ugh. Okay. I'm gonna read Matthew's statement first. Oh, somebody sent me a text. Okay. No, Pedro, I got it. If you want to come up here, I'll just drop it. Come cry with me. Here, Pedro. I need company. Donna said she was going back to work because she couldn't stand being at home anymore. So she's going back to work tomorrow. She's hoping it'll help her. And she's trying her best to take care of herself. Oh, I better open up my StreamYard, see when they pop up, because I can't hear the doorbell anymore. I don't know why they took the doorbell out. That's so silly. Oh, let's see. Where is it? Okay. I told her, I said, John just had so much to say. I says a lot of it was knowledge, and he loved teaching people about coins. And he did like to talk. He was always talking. Are you coming up, Pedro? Sure, I don't care. It's dropped in there, and I can only hold so many, but I don't care who comes up. I'm going to read Matthew's first. It's a little shorter, and Patrick says golly. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Somebody come up and hold my hand. I don't care who. Yeah, they love their dad a lot. Just from the statements. We got to, you remember what you were saying, Pedro, about sneaking those pennies into John's package? Matthew has a story similar. Are you coming? Somebody get up here and hold my hand. I don't like being on the stream alone. I'm scared. It's dark up here. I don't like being in the attic all by myself. I'll drop it one more time, and then I gotta go because I gotta make dinner. I'm sure it was. I'll bet you'll never forget that memory either, will you? That was just that what those are the kind of memories you strive to have all the time. It's those kind of things. I got a great report from Bubba's teacher today. I looked at his grades. His lowest grade is 97.58. Monkey King NEC, yay! Good.
Hey, hi. So right as I was getting ready to come up, I heard you say something. My aunt called me, and I was like, "Oh."
So yeah, Bubba's doing really good. He's reading at between a third and fourth grade level, guys. He's 7, and his teacher is very impressed with him. So I'm of course I'm grandma, and I'm very proud of the little shit. So anyway, you guys ready? You guys got tissue? Okay, this one's from Matthew. It says, Hardworking, honest, and generous to a fault. I'll never forget from when I was little how much I would hope it would rain on vacations so I could watch you play Diablo or StarCraft on your computer. When I was young enough, I could sit on your lap and help by pressing the buttons for you. I'll never forget the lessons I learned by watching you live honestly and generously. I may forget how to fix a house, but I'll figure it out because you taught me how. I love you, Dad. Now, Patrick's is the tearjerker, guys. Get ready. Says, rest in peace, Dad. I would never consider myself ready for you to leave this world. But you should rest easy knowing that you have prepared me for the rest of my life. I will never forget your discipline, your integrity, and your generosity. Whether you actually taught these lessons or simply led by example, these values are things I did not always appreciate as a child. Who wants to get up at 7 a.m. on a Saturday to work on the house? I appreciate them now. I have so much respect and admiration for your dedication and loyalty. Whether in business dealings or more importantly to your family and those you loved, I can only try to live up to the standards set by how you lived, always with an honest heart and pure intent. You always had faith and confidence in those you loved. You always believed in my dreams and ambitions. Always supported everything I set out to do, even if you didn't understand it and never asked for anything in return. Sounds like John. I will forever cherish the time I had with you, going to the Troy Fair early in the morning for the whole week, helping you set up the coffee booth, going to the trade shows with you. These are all things I will always look back on and smile. Sitting next to you, drinking root beer, watching you play StarCraft as a kid. There's a reason my first tattoo is a hydralisk, whatever that is. It may have seemed inconsequential at the time, but it shaped who I am today. If I was if I was never interested in gaming, maybe I would never have been interested in coding. Maybe I wouldn't have met some of my best friends online. I love you, Dad. Rest easy knowing your work is done in this world. Thank you for everything. I'll never forget you. Wow. Those are hard to read, guys. Sorry. He was admired wherever he went, I'm assuming. I mean, if his kids are.
Sounds like it.
Although we will miss John's presence physically, he will always be with us in our hearts and memories. Now John's earthly journey has completed his eternity with our Lord in his reward. God bless. Thank you, Papa. Oh. She asked me to read them. I was like, oh man, seriously. I think my eyes are red, guys. They have been for a while. Anyway, so again, I'm gonna bring up, in case there have been some people that have looked. I will bring up um, the Google Docs again. If you take it all the way over here, and you notice I got color here, so you could bold in your face kind of thing. Go over. Here's the doc, the Google Docs. we took in $6,395.40, and I just rounded it up to 6,400. And that's what's coming in. And hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock, it will be in Donna's bank, barring anything going wrong. So everything's accounted for. How many spots we took in? 626. The general donation, the earmarks, all totaled that. And thank goodness I did the 3-day because no fees came out, so they get every penny. So that's what we did. And Friday I will do a really quick video showing the transfers and the Zells and the confirmations from both Matthew and Donna. So anybody, you can go in there and see that. Here's that link one more time. What is going on? Here's that link one more time in case anybody wants to see it. I am absolutely thrilled to have been a part of that. Thank you for holding them down, Deb, while I was digging in the pockets. I don't know if a lot of you know, I went live for about 2 hours before the memorial, because I've been in a couple of these fundraisers that have lasted hours and hours and hours, and Michael had told me he only had about 30 minutes slotted to take spots, and I'm like, really? Seriously? Okay, I'm gonna go 2 hours live, see how many I can get filled in beforehand. And so that's just for the record, everybody, and I don't count Wounded Warriors or St. Jude's, but that is the second largest personal fundraiser, I think, in the community. Of course, I don't think nobody can beat Lambeau, but yeah, that, Lambeau's was huge. Anyway, somebody knocking at the back door. I don't see anybody. Oh, I never take down the public view of any of the benefit spreadsheets I make. People can check them anytime. All right, awesome. I don't know how to import pictures into them. Never something I really wanted to learn. My thing was dealing with the numbers and the numbers only, and that's all it is to me. It's just a bunch of numbers and put it here, 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 and move on. So I will make sure that I post pictures. I'm trying to learn how to post them in the community tab. It's not liking it. It's telling me that the pictures are too big. And I don't know how to put them in, but so I'm going to do a video and anybody can come look at the video. I'm just not going to fight it. I got a lot of stuff I've got to get done, and it's just easier to throw a video up really quick and show everybody. That way it's there for anybody to go back and look.
Right, girl. You might have to crop the pictures because sometimes some pictures may actually be a little too big with the resolution.
Yeah, I can't crop them anymore. I've got them cropped right at the borders, and they just doesn't like it.
It happens.
That's okay. I'll just do a real quick video and put it up, and that way, if there's any argument, they can keep going back and seeing it. And I will paste. I will show the comments from both Matthew, the confirmations from Matthew, and then the confirmation from Donna. So anyway, that's what it's going to be, and I'm hoping that it's all confirmed by probably this time tomorrow night. Anyway, I know, Papa, I know we said crop, not crap. How are you, my sweetie? How are you doing? I don't know. Are you guys aware that Donna told me something that I wasn't aware of, but I wasn't aware of it because I was not in the community as much as you know, was before. She told me that John couldn't talk the last 2 weeks of his life at all. Did anybody else know that?
This is the first for me. I usually just saw him when he was, on panels. And hey, Papa, good seeing you. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, she did say he passed in peace, so that's a good thing. It wasn't traumatic, so nobody knew about it. Okay, well, yeah, I wasn't gonna stay on very long. I knew I wasn't gonna stay on long. She asked me to do a task. I have done that task. Um,
Doing a great job, Ike.
yeah, I know in January, um, he said his medication was messing with him a lot. So, and they were trying to regulate it, but um, he said he wasn't having a whole lot of luck. So I don't know. I was first 24 hours, I was stunned. By the 48 hours, when you got a hold of me, Pedro, I was just, I don't know. Deb. Oh, we had planned. She's like, can you get any more? I said, well, you hold them and I'll shake them out. I'll I'll shake out their pants, get as much as we can dropping. You're
Have a
welcome,
good
Papa.
night, Papa.
For coming. Papa, you take care of yourself, sweetie. I'll have to come and talk to your wife about tying you down. Lord have Deb was the one that got a hold of you. I see. Lord, I know T was one of the first three, and I'd have to go back and look. But talk about how stunned I was. I don't even remember who the first two were, and I know they're in there. I just don't remember. That's how much I wasn't getting very much sleep. I was 15-minute nap, and I was up for 6 hours pacing my house, wondering what was going to happen, and I had to pull myself out of my daze to. And I probably did that, Pedro, when you called me. Who the hell is this person with only 17 subs trying to raise money for John? It's like, I won't tell you, but if you say his name, it's like, oh man, I better talk to Scott and Papa. Jeez. And he goes, oh yeah, that's who it was. I was like, yeah. So, if anybody want to know what it's about, just refer them back. They can watch it. Hey, Darren. I'm not going to read it again. It was hard enough to read it in my head and then read it out loud. Yeah. I worked with Bubba and moved him along really fast. So we didn't have all week in class. I needed time. So it's like, and then Pedro's like, I got this. I'm gonna take over. I got this. Pedro, you are a nonstop warrior, dude. When you set your mind to something, you don't stop. Get her done. And that's what we just told Bubba about his reading, and he just finished one of his 3.5 grade book. He was reading big words for a 7-year-old. Yeah, they know that. Okay, you can say hello and then walk away.
Hello.
So
Hello,
anyway.
Bubba.
I don't know. Does anybody got any more questions? No, I'm not reading it again. I can't. I might take a moment and type it into the community tab so everybody can see it. But yeah, I can't do that again. Papa Frank, yours was hard enough to read. I was trying not to. Yeah, very quickly. Yeah, it's I am, I did put a statement out Monday night that I am so very proud of the community. And the reason why I did the video I did on last Wednesday was because somebody had told me, a lot of people are not going to get involved because they don't trust what's going on because too many people have screwed too many people over. So, I think over the weekend, probably, I'm not sure, probably Friday after I do the little one for Donna's confirmation, I'm going to do the Wise How's What's a fundraising and what should be done. And if it's not done, you probably shouldn't get involved because fundraisers are to help people and there should always be transparency. Um, I don't know, EC could probably confirm that I only took the cash apps for Lambeau, and this is actually the first fundraiser I've taken the full funds. I've never touched any dime unless it was just like go from Google Pay to PayPal or Cash App or whatever. Just round robin it. But
well, this is basically a giant round robin, right?
yeah, it's just a great big yeah. I gotta tell you guys, I was really freaking out. I was hoping she had PayPal or Cash App somewhere I could send it really quick through. When she told me no, I was like, okay. She said, send me a cashier's check. And then I started freaking out because it was really weird because within the last month I had seen about 4 or 5 videos of people that had huge cashier's check coming to them that got lost in the mail. And those checks couldn't be replaced for 90 days. So I was just like sweating bullets and freaking out and, like, okay, I'm going to go to Donna and I'm going to tell her what's going on and give her options and everything and let her make the decision how she wants to do it, and I, like I am, I don't hold back my words. If I'm, iffy about something, I say something. And then she came back about a half an hour later and she says, well, I just don't know, why don't you talk to Matthew? So I got Matthew on the phone and I was explaining to him, this will be the easiest, fastest, safest way to do it. If I could just Zelle it to you or do it through Cash App or whatever. And so he goes, okay, let me talk to Mom. And he was trying to talk her into opening her Zelle. I guess they gave up on that. So I got a text about an hour or so later saying, we've decided just to Zelle it to me and then I'll take it to her. And I'm like, okay. Just have your mom write it, like we all do. If we want to prize something to somebody else, email me and let me know. So she did. I mean, it was like within minutes, she sent me a text saying, yes, please send it to Matthew. So transparency is key to everything. Yes. So I figured I will do a transparency video, how's, why's, who's, what to trust, what not to trust. Because if they're doing it to get paid, if they're doing it to earn a paycheck, not worth it. Not worth it, because they're just doing it for that paycheck. I will never be involved in anything that, 35% of the funds goes to paying administrative fees. Don't do it. I won't. So that's just people wanting a job. That's just people wanting a job. So anyway.
So Deb, what I think she originally said was she was going to go and turn people upside down and shake it out of their pockets.
Yeah, but she was holding them and I was digging.
Oh, that's what happened afterwards?
Yeah,
all I heard was the upside down thing.
Yeah,
it was the tag team.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness, y'all cracked
Somebody
me up.
told me, I think in my second year, I think it was like the third fundraiser. I think I've only done 5 fundraisers, guys. Only 5. I've been involved in a couple that I didn't do, but I've only, been helping out in 5 of them. And somebody told me, I think in the second one I did, that I used psyops to make people feel guilty and bad so they donate. I don't do it on purpose. I really don't. I just, like I told you, Deb, in my answer on the community thing, I just believe in what I do. So.
Well, I mean, and you're pretty straightforward in your video what your thing is going to be about. So if people don't want to hear people ask for money for some kind of memorial or help out or whatever, they don't need to be there. They can move on.
Yep.
No harm, no foul. Nobody's mad at you. Move on.
Yep. So I've always been pretty straightforward about everything. Sometimes I have to bite my tongue. But
we all do. We all have had to do that.
I have a hard time doing it. I'm not trying to be judgmental whatsoever. I just tend to speak my mind. So
we all have a time where we got to let it out, though. X-Girl's seen that a few times.
Yeah. Hey, Big Flip. So, go back and watch it. Like I said, I'm not reading it again. If you weren't here for it, you'll have to go back and watch it. Just make sure you have a tissue with you. It's hard enough to read it. It's hard enough to read it without speaking words. So, tomorrow night, the transfer video should be up once again. The confirmation should be shown, barring anything happening. I'm not even going to think that way. It's just all going to go as smooth as it's supposed to.
We got some kind of reverberation going on now.
Yeah, I know.
It's me. It's me.
Oh, is it you? Okay, because I flipped over my hub and it might have been that, but yeah, I was like, yeah, no fees. It's straight bank to bank. It may take a few minutes for the bank to recognize it, but he said his bank was real time, so he should see it the minute it hits.
Yeah, I like Zelle. Zelle's a great program.
And, I painstakingly marked everything for John Howe as a fundraiser, even in my notes for PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Nobody sent Google Pay. Thank God, because Google Pay is a pain in the ass.
It's really not.
It really is.
But I think it's June. Come June, nobody will be able to use Google Pay.
Oh, sorry for the coughing, guys. Ever since I had RSV, they have actually deemed me with emphysema, and it's never going away, they said. So I just deal with it. Probably doesn't help to smoke, but, I'll stop when I, go on the ground.
Like I said, I think it's in June. You'll be able to use Google Pay basically to use your cards to like pay at the register and stuff like that. But as far as them like being like a PayPal or a Zelle or whatever, in the U.S., that service goes away. They're not going to have it anymore.
Oh, good. I'm getting rid of Google Pay anyway. I really, out of all of them, you know I used it a lot, but out of all of them, that's just the worst one there is. Just the worst.
But anyway, X-Girl, I came up to support
Yep.
you tonight, and I'm glad to be able to be here, but I'm going to have to hop down.
Yep. I got to go. I got to make this boy some food. We're having New York steak tonight.
Ooh, sounds good. God bless everybody. Good night.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for holding my hands, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Pedro, for all your hard work and dedication. You are one of a kind.
Peace
Good
and
night,
love,
everybody.
everybody.